Hello everyone and welcome back to the journey for the 100th time, our 100th episode, 100th race, and we return to the circuit where this journey began, of course, the Bahrain Grand Prix back in 2010. This is exactly the circuit where we came to, of course, slightly different layout, but still, we are under the lights and ready to go. Lewis Hamilton's on pole position, Sebastian Vettel's alongside. Not a great qualifying from Nico Rosberg down in 6th position, of course. Lewis Hamilton is the championship leader. We've qualified quite well, 9th position, looking for some solid points in our 100th race in Formula 1. Fernando Alonso down in 16th position. There's the final couple of rows. Let's jump in, aiming for some solid points in our 100th race. Well, here we are then. 100 races in the series. Absolutely crazy. We've qualified quite well. That does not mean we're going to go quite well. Let's turn it straight up to Rich, just for the race start here. Oh, okay. Hi, Massa. Didn't seem to do very much, did it? We'll get to the outside here. We'll go all the way round. I'll be having that one back, thank you. Raikkonen holding everyone up in second spot there. Okay, that's fine. Stick it straight back down to the standard. Get the up and under here on Hulkenberg. And there's still side by side. Vettel and Bottas have come together a little bit. We're trying to get to the outside here of Kvyat. Just picking them off as they're all getting too caught up on each other. Whoa! Hello. Vettel and Rosberg miles off the road. Nice one. That is exceeding track limits if ever I've seen it. Still side by side between Bottas and... Whoa! Okay, what are we doing? That side by side between Bottas and Vettel just slowed everyone up. Okay, we're on target in 6th. Let's just hold on to this, boys. We are not going to be able to. The car is a lot better, though, than it was back in China. Obviously, I think we went very much the wrong way on setup there as well, which did not help things. Here comes Ricciardo. It's fine. He isn't a Red Bull after all. Let's see if we can hold him off, actually. Well, okay, no, maybe not. Yes, maybe so. Yes, maybe so. Don't mind me, sir. Don't know how long we'll be able to do that for, though, but we'll try. Obviously, we've just had a good start for this race. I know we're going to lose a lot of these positions. That's okay. Where am I going? Where am I going? But no, it's fine. I know I'm going to. But I'd be very happy with just some points from our 100th race in Formula 1. Gives me some hope that maybe something like Monaco may actually go our way. I was very concerned with how the last round unfolded. We absolutely sucked. Okay, here comes Ricciardo. Let's let him go. Shift up to 8th early. Obviously, there comes a little bit of a look from Massa. We're going to take the slipstream from Ricciardo. Save the fuel as well, so we can use that one later on. Thank you. Here comes Massa anyway. Goodness me, that Williams was fast in a straight line, though, wasn't it? We might be able to get back past Massa here. Nah, straight on speed's going to really work in his favour, innit? Maybe the up and under? Nah, never going to get the drive off there. Whoa, stupid. Stupid Lewis. Stupid Lewis! Can you get it back on the racing line, please? I was going to turn it up a little bit so I can try and keep DRS from Massa, maybe. No, we're not going to here, actually. What am I doing? I've driven terribly this sector. Just want to try and keep Kvyat behind for a little bit. We will do that. But I'm driving so bad this lap. We're going to turn it back down. It should come through on the start-finish straight anyway. Side by side up ahead as well. That'll help, I guess, maybe. Right, here he goes. You're going to easily get past us here with the DRS. Someone's in the pit lane. It was Vettel. Weird. Another two-stop strategy, maybe? Problem is, not everyone's running one, unless he's got damage or something in the instance. In the battle, and they were having up ahead. That's it. Just keep right up with Kvyat. I'm fine with staying behind. I'm fine with taking the DRS. And the little bit of fuel saving we can do in it, so we can turn it up to Rich later on in the race, maybe. He's struggling a little bit in the corners there, I will say that. which is hilarious because it is a Red Bull. We're driving better in a slipstream, so at least there's that. I say we'll back off of him nicely here, so you can do what we can do at T1. T1. Yes, final corner, the exact opposite of that. Someone's in the pit lane as well up ahead. Let's go down the inside then. Not sure who it was in the pit lane. Maybe it was Rosberg. It looked like a silver car. Okay, there we go. Move done. Not a very great overtake, I will say that. On Kvyat. But if he is going to struggle on pace, he needs to get through. We just need to drive like we were behind him, because we were actually driving right behind him. We'll put it down to nerves or something. We're driving all right. That's it. Just get to that apex nicely. Pulling away a bit, to be fair. Maybe he's having some problems. Don't know if he'll be into the pit lane. Another one is in. Now Rosberg's in. Okay, someone else. Must have been then one of the Williams. Maybe Massa. Yeah, must have been. We are pitting this lap as well. That's fine. Thanks, mate. We are indeed at Uno position above Targato. We've actually got some really good pace around here. Who'd have thunked it? I mean, it does help that it's not a circuit I absolutely despise. So that'd be something. But also, I think this circuit lends itself a little bit more to this car as well. Obviously, I'm going to talk about it a little bit later on in the episode once. 10. Once we do the standings and stuff. But if you look at the description, there will be a link to a spreadsheet, and that has all of the results, all 100 races that we have done so far, including qualifying as well. I'll touch on that a little bit more in the second half of this episode, or rather right at the end. Sainz, I think, was on the mediums there. Either way, into the box we go. Let's hope we don't get held up. We did have Hulkenberg a little bit behind us. Hulkenberg's already in. Oh, it's Perez anyway. Sorry, my bad. Right, let's turn it up as well. As soon as we're out of pit lane. There we go. Switch it straight up into a rich mix as well. Try and build the gap. Maybe close down a little bit on... I'm not going to close down on Ricciardo, but you know what I mean. But I just think it's cool to have all the stats. It's kind of one of the things that I like about the series is having all of the statistics there. I'm a bit of a nerd like that. A lot of battling happening behind as well. And hopefully that means we're going to be able to pull away from all of it as well. Here comes Sainz out of the pit lane. Oh, he was actually on the mediums with the yellow ones, the whites, the hards. Sorry. He was on the options in the first in. That's the important bit. I actually thought he might have been on the prime. That's why he was going longer. But no, he had some really good pace in his tyres. So it's a good stint from Sainz. So far, though, as much as, he's still got a decent way to go, I would say this is probably the best drive of the season thus far. Or at least it's the most convincing we have been this season so far. You look at Albert Park, we were kind of gifted the result that we had. I spoke about that a little bit in the Malaysian Grand Prix. Malaysian Grand Prix was pretty decent. I don't know, this just feels more convincing than Malaysia. Well, Malaysia was just playing the long game. It just kept the race came to us. Whereas this has been like, we've been in the mix for this position since the start. Yellow flag up ahead. Oh, I might have been behind actually. Going to have to take it out of rich mix very soon. Which does mean that Sainz is probably going to be afforded the opportunity to pass. But that's okay. Again, we'll use the time to maybe save some fuel in the DRS. I think we can keep up with him. I hope we can anyway. Trying to think who's actually ahead of us. Obviously, 2 Ferraris, 2 Mercs, Ricciardo and the Red Bull. Not sure who the other car is. Is it Massa? Or is Massa behind? I can't remember. It might be 2 Williams, 2 Mercs, 2 Ferraris, but still. Here comes Carlos. And let's just try and sit in his slipstream. And maybe pull away a little bit from Perez. Certainly at least keep up. Save a little bit of fuel. Be able to turn it up for Rich later on. 2.4 seconds to Sergio. I mean, we're right with him. Again, it just means we can save a little bit of fuel here. That's all I need to do. Just sit here, save the fuel. Like I said, we could go for a move, but we're setting all right lap times. We're keeping that gap around 2 and a bit seconds. We'll go for the pass on the next lap. Because we should be able to turn it up to Rich for the rest of the race if we do so. I think it should be possible. We should be up to about 0.5 on fuel. which should definitely do 3 laps in Rich. But Perez is closing in. And we are holding that gap. It's around 2 seconds. It's been closing in a little bit, but we're holding, you know, for the most part. It's not been dropping down ridiculously. But now's the time to make the move. That was a terrible line. But it shouldn't matter. Rich Mix and DRS will make this a relatively easy pass, you think? Even with our engine. Okay, here we go. Straight through we go. Oh, slam that curb as well. Nearly flipped us over. Banter. Esteban Gutierrez moment. It was Gutierrez, right? He got flipped with Pastor Maldonado in 14. Don't try the dive there, brother. I get it, but you're just going to bring Perez straight back into the fight. I think that'll go worse for you than it will for me. Right, this will be an interesting check on lap time, because previously behind Science we were doing, what, 36.8s, 36.9s? I don't think we're going much faster. Maybe a 6 or a 5. Oh, that's a 4. Never mind. But Perez is definitely a backer part of the fight. Here we go. Last lap of the race. That was a terrible run onto it, though. And it could give Sainz a quick run. We'll break the slipstream. Here he goes. Whoa! Perez! Serious speed. They're still battling behind. This could help us. That was a bit of a ballsy send back into T1. Oh, Lewis, that's so deep. And the wrong gear. What are you doing? Need a good lap here. Come on, man. Lewis Hamilton then will cross the line to win back-to-back races. He's the first 2-time winner this season. And with it, will obviously be extending his championship lead, which is always helpful. I don't know if Mercedes, though, will be leading the team's championship. Here comes Perez. Whoa! To the outside we're going to go. We're going to be able to do it. There was a bit of contact. I don't think there was. The hand was waved up, but I really don't think there was contact there. Either way, 7th place. That's how you do 100 races. Look, I'm going to take it. Some solid points for us. Very happy with that. 7th position. Lewis Hamilton, though, taking back-to-back victories. Kimi Räikkönen in 2nd position and Sebastian Vettel on the podium. Once again, looking very strong. The Ferrari team, at least when it comes to consistent points, was 3rd consecutive podium, by the way, for Sebastian Vettel. Fernando Alonso, just 14th position. Nico Hülkenberg, a disappointing drive. By the way, it was really good drive from Sergio Perez to go all the way up to 8th position from qualifying right the way down the order. We can see the standings here. 73 points for Lewis Hamilton, 8 clear of Kimi Räikkönen. Of course, Räikkönen's keeping close company at the top end, showing some very good form here in the 2015 season. Of course, it does mean then it is a close battle between Mercedes and Ferrari in the constructors, just 6 points separating those two teams. We still find ourselves in 5th position, still holding back Force India, just about outscoring them a touch here, courtesy of beating Sergio Perez. Obviously, Red Bull completely out of reach. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, to be fair, Red Bull didn't have a great race. They scored no points. Obviously, next time we will be at the Spanish Grand Prix, where last season I think we grabbed pole position. I think we'll be doing that this season, but you never know. We'll throw it around as hard as we can. One final thing, though, to touch on before I let you go. The spreadsheet is now active. The link in the description, it is up to date. It will not be updated every single race, only because I don't want too many spoilers out there for the Grand Prix if you're watching episodes in the past. So I'll be adding this to the description of every video from now on. Thank you so much for being a part of the journey since its very beginning. It's been a really fun ride, and, well, let's go and do 100 more races. Who knows?